Friends, welcome to Battletech Solaris Nights, episode 124, the Hillbilly versus Husker. Ludeman, it's been, maybe not an age of Middle-earth, but like a third of an age since you've joined us.
It has been a time. It feels like an age, that's for sure, for me.
I mean, it's a time of total warfare, really.
Yeah.
The age that we live in. What has the Hillbilly been up to during his break?
His break, hiatus. I guess that he definitely threw himself sort of into his work, right? He's continuing the efforts to push the Immortal Warrior, the battle at Vorhaben along, right?
We're going to need to do a roll to see whether that movie is successful or not.
We've done a couple rolls, right? We got the casting done. We worked on the stunt work. So yeah, I think this is the one to sort of finish principal photography and push it out the door.
It sounds like you know a lot more movie terms than I do.
You know what? Just pull stuff out your butt. Hope it works. I've heard those words before.
Hit me with this roll.
Right. Let's do it.
It's me with his Endurian dice.
Oh, okay. And this is entertainment?
Entertainment, sure.
Yeah, entertainment makes sense. All right, well, that's just flat as is.
Okay. Now, I want to be clear here. This is not the summer blockbuster chart topper that the original Immortal Warrior has been. You know, it's like the Marvel series, essentially. What you've come up with is not Eternals, nor is it Iron Man 1. You've basically come up with Iron Man 3 or like Thor 1. Okay. You've got a good Immortal Warrior movie.
Right. But butts are in seats, you know?
Yeah. So after the premiere and all the critical reviews, you get a note from the head of the studio that says, we want you to make the next Immortal Warrior. Like a real Immortal Warrior movie. Right, not one about a little girl inspired by the story of the Immortal Warrior.
Yeah, which is a little harder to get the tone right and, you know, really nail the thing. That makes sense. Well, he's going to accept.
They want you to be their new Michael Bay.
All right.
Well, I like all right. They want you to be their new Jon Favreau, but probably you're going to be their new Michael Bay.
That's slightly more respectable. You know, they're both definitely putting out movies.
I've been watching a lot of old Michael Bay stuff, and I'm cringing so hard while I'm watching it. He did a great job of anticipating what a pandemic would do to America. It's scary how accurate it was. But then he was like, the American government will imprison its own citizens in city fortresses. America will fall. And it's The Last Ship. It's a series on TNT based on a book. Once they got away from the story of the book, they just lost it. He was like, only 226 sailors aboard this ship can save America from imprisoning itself. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, there's no way 226 people can stop 5 million people from doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
The other problem was they were like, all right, the country's fallen, 98% of the world is dead, so we should set the capital up in the Midwest. And I was like, for what? Like 5 people and a donkey? Like, who are you governing out there if 98% of people died? You need to set up in the fucking shattered husk of New York City or something.
Set up wherever you want, right? Like, set up somewhere where there's at least resources.
Like, St. Louis is the most pivotal infrastructure in the whole country. I'm like, man, St. Louis isn't even a flyover city.
Yeah, that's questionable logic. But, you know, maybe they were the cheapest to film at.
They definitely film in St. Louis because the arch is in the background half the time. So
there you go.
Yeah. All right. So you get the bump. You get the bump. Right. It does. It will take up some of your time as a gladiator, however. You know.
Okay.
Filming.
You know, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, reaching the pinnacle. It's about the tournament arc here coming up.
Yeah. Well, forget the tournament arc. You guys have to survive the onslaught of the clans.
That's true. It is inevitable at this
through
point.
whatever twisted measures they bring to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't kept up to date with everybody, obviously. So, I'm sure people have contingency plans.
Well, the great news is that you'll have over like a month to catch up. And even if you don't, someone will recap you.
It'll be good. I have faith in us. I feel like we can walk out the other end. We've got enough mechs in the stable we can throw at it.
That's your solution, is to just get in another mech?
Yeah, each time one blows up, right? Just like, come on.
What is this, mech assault?
Yeah, no, it's like Iron Man 3, like you said, right? Like there's
oh
another
my
suit.
God.
Yeah, you just gotta have faith. And backup plans.
Okay, sorry. Someone messaged me about Patreon connection problems.
Oh boy.
Well. Let's see. What else you got going on besides making the movie?
Yeah, making the movie. So other than that, man, I don't know. I guess I could research my opponent here.
Okay, let's do it.
Gonna get down in it. There we go. And this is just researching instinct. So that's a +1 to that.
What'd you end up with?
So that's a 10.
My God, you get to ask 2 questions.
All right. Well, SPAs.
You want to know? Whoa, hold on. First, I have to tell you a little bit about Husker.
All right, please do.
I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, Husker's from a little land called the Oregon Coalition. You may have heard of it from the Battletech video game, which brought it into being. Husker is a noble bastard from one of the, there were a couple houses that remained loyal, and they have spread cadet branches. He's from one of those branches. Oregons are, of course, a prideful, noble lot. They're like almost an imitation in some ways of a more cultured version of the Federated Sons. Nobility is a big part of their life, from what I can tell. So Husker came to the Inner Sphere expecting a certain level of service, which was not applied. So they have hidden their name, and they only call themselves by their call sign now, Husker. And they're also a masked warrior. They wear like a Phantom of the Opera style half mask that hides basically everything but their mouth and one eye.
Okay.
You want to know SPAs?
Yeah.
We're talking the cluster hitter, the one that works for missiles, for Streak SRM-6.
Gotcha.
And human TRO.
Okay. Nothing too crazy. And then I get one more. How about gunnery?
Gunnery is 2.
Okay. There we go. Some sort of masked noble, huh? Interesting.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Fallen. Rebuild his fallen house.
As far as you know, their noble house is quite fine. The bastard doesn't mean that they have, it just means that they weren't born of 2 nobles and aren't acknowledged as an heir in any way.
That's fair.
Listen, the noble house is just fine without Husker.
All right. So he's got no real attachment to that then. All right. Well, yeah.
What else?
I don't have a ton planned at the moment.
Right. That's fine. Just know this is your, this is the final regular storyline episode. So any plots you want to wrap up, now's the time to do it. Let me ask you this, because you said you saw part of the Patreon episode. Who are you backing for the new stable manager replacement?
Yes. I mean, so
who would you put your money
name
behind?
is in the ring, and he does feel obligated to back her in this.
But what about you, Ludeman? I want to know who you think.
Me?
If it's still Seabill, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had Seabill. We had what's his name? Hunter's buddy, the Chris Cross, right? He was in the ring.
Yes.
And then Trace Billings.
Yes.
And I mean, ultimately, of those three, I think I would go with Seabill, right? Like, she does have demonstrated success in the arena of running a mech stable. So that just works. Chris Cross, he's a loner. He's been doing his thing by himself for ages. Is he really a team player?
It would also remove her from being in a position to challenge you and ultimately defeat you.
That's
with that Ultra AC5 spam, of course. A highly effective Ultra AC5 spam.
It could be.
It's not. It's a lot better on a battlefield when there's like lots of targets to shoot at, and the person in the back hanging out firing AC5, you're like, that's not a big deal. And then you look up one day and you're like, they dealt 1,000 damage to my forces.
Do what now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a support build. That's for sure. But
Seabill has always been a support build, while also being the diva of the team as well.
Well, see,
she's the League of Legends character that can do every position equally well.
Exactly.
Katarina,
filling the gaps. Plus, it like brings Seabill officially onto our team, and then if that happens before the clans come, she can fill a slot on the field.
It's not going to happen before then. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
We'll have to fight without her.
And I mean, like, doubling down and paying Elizabeth a lot more. Is that worth it? I think we can be fine.
Just to be clear, you'll be paying any of those managers a lot more than what you're paying Elizabeth now. It's just that if you want to keep her, you also have to pay her more than you're paying them as well.
I got you.
Look, the position's being restructured. They figured out that it's worth millions of dollars a year rather than the hundreds of thousands, right? She wants a piece of that if she's going to stick around, because she built this company from the ground up. But they're not willing. They're not, unless the investors the patron members throw their weight behind it. They're not willing to keep her around. They're looking for something new, fresh. Gonna take it in a new direction.
Yeah, I just feel like her big weakness was that she refused to understand that the gladiator lifestyle comes with lots of weird stuff,
like pulling a gun out on your coworkers.
Exactly. You can't get around some of those things. It just happens.
Punching and beating on your coworkers, committing assault to your coworkers.
Part of daily life. Threatening
to kill your coworkers for real.
Constantly looking over your shoulder, bugging your coworkers.
That the circle of trust within the stable is so bad, people have pulled out of the mech bay because they aren't sure their mech can be repaired. But it's Elizabeth that's the problem, not us.
We're a family.
Oh my God, no! Apex Dragons officially the Perkins Farms of the future. All right. Smart guy. If you got nothing else, you want to go to your interview with Ernst Dieter Mueller?
Hit me. Let's do it.
All right. So you sit down across from him, and he leans in kind of friendly like and says, "Welcome back, Mr. the Hillbilly."
Dieter, nice to see you.
Well, let me ask you a question. How do you feel going into the upcoming match with Husker?
Honestly, I feel like I got this one in the bag. It just doesn't, the last match that I had, I should be on my way up. The last one, we fought hard, came to a standstill. The dust settled, and, Buttercup was not running that show, but I got this one. And the next one's going to be rank 20. That's my goal. So as soon as this one's done, I'm going to be challenging for that rank 20 slot. We're going to get there. We're going to get into the tournament.
All right, let me ask you a question. Your parents are members of the rebellious band of the Duchy of Andorian, Andorian's Defenders, yes?
You got that right.
Would you say that you have experience with military terminology and protocol then?
Yeah, I got a little experience in that realm.
All right, then let me ask you this. If a government that you belong to was to find out that they were under attack by a foe, would you be comfortable or indeed feel that you must withhold that information from the public in order to keep military security, national security really, at bay? You would think that would be a solid plan, right?
You know, that's a tough question. Definitely depends on the context, right? Like there's moments where keeping your cards close to your vest are the right play, right? It's all, you know.
Exactly.
All about the game
keeping your cards close to your vest is the right play. You heard it here. That's the clip that gets sent to.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's not what the people of Solaris see, but it's what the people of the rest of the inner sphere sees. Is him asking the question, cutting to you saying that, him agreeing to it. Snap, snap, snap. And now you got your perfect moment for him.
That's all he's after. He's a propaganda machine.
He's something, all right. Okay, let's talk about your stable. It seems like there are a number of problems and issues. One of your gladiators is considering leaving the business in order to become a sort of spokesperson for Rasselhag. Several of your gladiators are moving out of the building. They don't feel safe or comfortable having their mechs repaired by a Word of Blake operative.
You know, plenty of misunderstandings going on. As far as the Rasselhag Republic goes, hey, I'm all about that. Hell, I'll dedicate today's match to the Free Rasselhag Republic and Astrid and Linhilder's organization.
I love how easy though. You're just like, yeah, I'll just change everything I was going to do today to, all right, guarantee victory for the FRR.
You know, because hey, like you mentioned, I grew up in a initially free Duchy of Andorian, the only state currently that I see here fighting for that same level of freedom is Rasselhag, and I wish them the best of luck.
In the aftermath of your match with Lieutenant Colonel Schmau, how have you been finding your relationship with your home state of Andorian? Has it been strained knowing that you were once again defeated by your old mentor and master?
You know, he got into my head. He put me in a place that I didn't need to be in. I don't know if he intended to teach me that type of lesson, but it is the one I learned, that I needed to take a step back and be able to be more in control. As far as what the folks back home think of me, look, I think they know that I'm out here doing my darndest. I got as far away from the Free Worlds League as I could, came here to make something of myself, separate from all of that. And that's still my goal.
But you've always talked about freedom, rebellion against authority, asserting the independence of Andorian, correct?
Hey, look, that was the dream I grew up believing in, and there's still that flicker inside.
How do you feel knowing that your government is being run by what some are calling a megalomaniacal cultist who believes himself to be the Word of Blake?
How do I feel? You know, what I can say this in light of your talk about our Mech Tech J. I'd take Jay's interpretation of those beliefs over what's going on in the Free Worlds League any day.
So you don't agree with Thomas Marrick's interpretation of the word of Blake?
I have trouble agreeing with anybody whose ideology is leading them down the path that he's currently walking.
All right, you've just been marked for death, but we'll discuss that later. Well, bold statements here from the Hillbilly, who will now need to make a political statement roll. I don't know why I did that in a slightly Germanic accent, but wow, holy shit. Nice roll.
It'll work.
Is that 10?
Yeah, I think so. What's the one behind that one?
Entertainment.
Okay, then just 9.
All right, reduce stress by 1 or gain 1 glory.
Okay, take the glory.
Any final words before the upcoming battle?
Final words. Hey, I hope I have a few more chances to say some words other than this one, but shoot, I don't know. Don't bite the hand that feeds, bite the hand that thieves. How about that? We'll see you soon.
All right. Husker enters first. When some militaries assault planets, they put mechs in something called drop pods and drop them out of drop ships. They're basically like self-contained eggs that will slow a mech's fall and then burst off at the last second. So they basically step out of a rocket engine. Others put like external jump jet packs on mechs, and rather than launching them from space, the dropship will slow down in the atmosphere so that the mech can jump off, gently fall to the ground, and then the jetpack falls off because it's useless at that point. Husker has a Leopard dropship fly at full combat speed over the battlefield and drop him out the bottom with one of the jump jet packs. As he comes falling down, there's just flame everywhere from, like re-entry speed, essentially. Hard,
glorious.
Heavy metal rock, 3-point landing, the jump jet pack explodes off of him in every direction. It's all, like someone put an extra charge on there to force it to go farther away when it ejects off, right? To make it look more impressive. Husker stands up and points his mech, which is, let's get a look at it real quick. He points the Kentaro's hand, which is, somewhat tenuous since it doesn't really have hands. It kind of has battle fists around its giant missile launchers. So we're looking at a Kentaro K with a SRM, 2 Streak SRM-6s and 3 ER medium lasers. He points it at the camera and goes, "Today, I will destroy the Hillbilly." And then he stands his mech on one leg and brings the right knee up and gestures with those battle fists and says, "Like so. I will chop him. I will smash him to pieces. The Hillbilly that you know will not exist anymore. I will destroy him. Thank you for joining me on this auspicious day. I am the Husker." And everybody's like, "Oh, it's the Husker! Oh, we love you, Husker! Oh, he said the line! He said the line! It was so good!" What do you got, Hillbilly?
All right, let's see. So I'd say probably we got banks of some of those holographic projectors, right?
That's really popular lately.
It is. It's got to be. You can do whatever you want with them, right?
It's we get incredibly expensive
forest.
And rare.
Sure, but not to us because we have everything. So a phantom forest kind of sprouts up in the area where Hillbilly's going to be coming out, right? And you get some flickering lights and explosions, and as the mist descends on everything, and then they get a shot of Hillbilly gliding through it. Not walking, gliding. You can't see his feet. He's obviously on his hoverboard, but they can't see it. He's holding his musket, and he's wearing what looks like a Defenders of Andurian uniform, and holding on to his jug of whiskey and his musket as he goes. And let's see, Buttercup starts rising up out of the mist in front of him, and he slowly starts to circle it. And what is it? Let's say CCR, Fortunate Son, is playing.
I love the idea that one of the mech's arms is down, and you ride up it sideways, grinding as you go.
There you go. Some sparks flaring off.
But it's holographic, so what part of this is actually real?
Right? Who can say? Who can say?
None of it's real. The mech is just standing there with you in the cockpit waiting for it all to end.
Why not? Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's actually probably a decent idea. But as he approaches the cockpit, right, he takes his swig, throws the jug off into the night, quote unquote, and raises the musket up. And as he steps off into the cockpit, pulls the trigger, there's the traditional loud explosion and smoke going everywhere. But as it does, and as he enters the cockpit, everything else just immediately dissipates and fades away.
Perfect. Are you being attacked by a cat?
That's my cat. And then he'll reach out to Husker and he'll say, "Hey, Husker, bring it. Bring those fists over here. They're going to break against Buttercup."
Okay. It will be brought. I'm just going to use some Federated Suns dice for this. Let's make these rolls. Ooh. I have a 4.
6.
All right. You get to pick sides.
Mm-hmm. Well.
So it should be noted he's using his C3 computer to gather information about you.
Okay.
From the arena itself. He's doing the same thing Cosmo does.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I will come in this side. The west.
Okay. That means I'm coming in from the east. I've placed.
I have placed as well. I need to get a new mouse. My wheel's all funky.
6.
6. I also have a 6.
Let's reroll.
7.
11. 12, actually. Go ahead, make my day.
Make my move, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll work.
I suppose I have no choice. I must destroy the ring by running directly at it. Cast it into the fire, Isildur. No. Can we see each other? There's a lot of obstructions between us.
Yeah, no, I think we're both out of range anyway.
It's a skyscraper. You know what? Let's say this is height 3. So, no, we can't see each other.
Okay.
And I don't have LRMs. And my range is only 12, so I don't know why I'm worried. You have outranged me by a lot. 9.
6.
Go ahead, make my day by moving first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9.
Oh, and no skid roll because you didn't move.
All right.
Interesting. I got a YouTube comment yesterday that said, Arthur, you made 4 plus piloting skill rolls. And I was like, Yeah, guys, occasionally I can roll like non-dog shit. It's random. It's totally random. I don't know if you know this.
It's going to happen eventually.
My rolls are just as random as everybody else's.
Exactly.
8, 9. So I need to get right here. I don't think that's going to happen. That'll give me partial cover. You'll also have partial cover, but it won't cover your legs.
So what's that put us at? 12?
Yep.
Cool.
Works for me. You're shooting first, Tex.
I'm shooting first. All right, I got the AC-10 Ultra mode, and that is shooting at medium range. So start at 1 plus 3, or sorry, plus 2 for my run. So that's 3 plus 3 for your run is 6, and plus 1 for medium range is 7.
And partial cover.
Oh, plus 1 for partial cover, hitting on 8. That'll do it.
Wow.
And both shots hit.
Wow.
First shot goes right torso.
Wow.
And the second shot goes left arm.
Well, this started out pretty bad for me.
I'm going to take that. Chip, chip, chip.
I'll use all 3 medium ERs. That's a miss. 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 And then PSR is good. So Husker is playing up how much damage you deal to him. So like when you hit him, he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. So this is, you feel like it's for the camera, right? He's like, oh, I'm losing so badly. But then you're like, wait, his mech is all short range. As soon as he gets in short range, it's going to start winning.
Playing the rodeo clown, Husker?
Better to play one than to be one. A clown, that is.
Give it a minute. We'll see what happens.
11.
5.
Yeah, let's give it a minute. How do you feel about this minute?
How do I feel about this minute? Well, what is the move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Interesting. That moved me how far?
That puts us at range 10.
Yeah, still not good enough for me. I do have partial cover to each other, so it's still quite bad for me. You're shooting first.
All right, so AC-10 Ultra mode again. Let's see, 1, 1, 2, 4, plus the partial cover is 5, and medium range is 6. That'll do it. And just 1 shot hits. That is left arm.
It's internal.
It's internal. Let's see. That is an 8 on the crit, so I get 1 crit.
Do you have human TRO?
I do.
Well, go ahead and make a crit. It's not so good for me.
3, 6.
It's literally the worst thing that could happen if they hit the Streak SRM launcher.
Hey.
Well, I just lost a significant portion of my firepower before even firing a shot with it. All right, 3 ER mediums. Miss. Basically just luck shotting this. Miss. Miss. And you didn't do enough to force a check.
No. Oh, come on now, Husker. You got to hit something.
I don't want to hear that from you, Ludeman. I have an 8.
8. That is a 9.
Ugh. I will edge reroll. Need to win pretty badly, and I didn't. What's your movement profile look like? You crazy son of a bitch.
Pretty speedy.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that you could be almost anywhere you needed to.
Enough piloting rolls. Because the concrete, right? You have to roll when you turn on the concrete as well, right?
Yes. Note that that radio tower is too high and covers me.
Radio tower? That one. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well.
I'm having the same problem you did before you switched to the Ultra 10. I'm being totally outranged.
It made a big difference for the options that I had.
Well, Kintaros are great when they can get into close enough range. They spit some serious fucking missiles.
These level 1 buildings. Okay.
You can step up and then down off of them, but it costs 2 to go up, 2 to go down.
Okay. Interesting.
You know, +1 to go up and +1 to go down. So.
Let's see if I can map this out. Oh, wait, but you have to jump, so I have to be careful. Can't just do anything totally crazy.
My jump range is 5. There's almost no chance that a guy with a supercharger ends up in a situation where I can jump behind you if you really don't want to.
You know, unless I'm
not until dumb, I blow off a
let's just be clear.
Joint.
I've put myself in a lot of dumb positions in these matches.
Sure.
I have the power. Let's see. If I move here, then you can still take that corner and I can't see you, right?
Still take. Sorry, where are we going at?
If I'm here or here, one of those two.
Yeah, the skyscraper covers me.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hold on, wait a sec.
Oh, the tower's just one.
It's been an angle. Yeah, it is cutting through it. You say here as well? That was actually good.
All right.
Doesn't cut through any skyscrapers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So we still have partial cover between us.
Okay.
Because there's this building.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Well, after you.
What's your movement modifier?
Oh, right. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes, and that's a +2, I think.
Sure.
+2.
Three ER mediums. Basically, crashing shots out there. That 11 is a miss.
Oh, what?
I've been shooting at 12s or 11s the whole match. Yeah.
Man.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, this hits on a 7.
You sound so happy about that. I just got to get in a close range, man.
Yeah, you do. There it is. Both shots hit. First shot, location 5 is right leg, which is absorbed for you. Or?
No. So I'm not pushed up against, or
gotcha.
I'm not protected by it. Right. You have to be directly against it.
Second shot is right torso.
Well, go ahead and take your 3 crits then.
There we go.
I don't even think there are 3 crits in there.
There's 2-1.
There's only 2 critical spots, and it's the other Streetcaster ammo launcher. So it doesn't matter if I get in a short range now. I've lost 2/3 of my firepower,
buddy.
and the thing I was specialized in doing.
Neutered. Yeah. Sorry, man. And seeing both of those missile pods just now smoking, Hillbilly will reach out and say, Husker, you wanna call it here?
Yep, I'm out. He just turns around and walks off the field. His back is all ready to be.
He just takes a step out there.
Yep. Just takes a step backwards. Just like, yeah, I'm done. Calling it in for the day.
Oh, well played, buddy. Thanks for coming out.
He just waves one of his arms as he walks away to acknowledge that he got receipt, even if he doesn't agree with you. All right, as you're making your way off the field, you're stopped by a man with a microphone and a cameraman who says, Duncan Fisher here. I've been looking to talk to you, William the Hillbilly Schmidt. How are you doing?
Well, shoot, I'm doing pretty all right. How about yourself?
I find myself without any pending legal cases.
Fantastic.
You really put the moves on Husker out there today. I think people are going to be talking about the Hillbilly for a long time after today's match.
That's the goal. Got to leave a legacy, right?
Today was just the first step on your way to the top. Some are saying you're only one match away from qualifying for this year's grand tournament.
That's the goal, man. That's where we want to be. We want to get in there. We want to be grand champion.
With the moves like we saw today, I think there's no doubt in anyone's mind the Hillbilly will be on the lists.
Yeah, we're challenging for spot 20. It's coming up next.
I'm Duncan Fisher, and this was Donegal Broadcasting. So as soon as the as soon as the camera's off, he pulls out a flask and hands it to you and just says, "What's up?"
Oh, hell yeah. Got a drink with the fish.
It's like unfiltered vodka.
You get that
like raw potato juice.
Right. In Hillbilly's face, it goes through like every human emotion right after the first shot. Thanks, my man.
Anything you want to do in the post match?
Post match. Let's see. Trying to think here, because my brain is mush. What do we got going on? We got. Man, my brain's barely functional, right?
It's okay. It's okay.
I apologize. I would like to make this more interesting, but I cannot think of anything.
You've had a whole career of making things interesting for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I can think of is Hillbilly is with all of his money and his success. He's hoping to acquire his own dropship at some point. That's still a dream he's got.
That is quite a dream to have. It's a very expensive dream.
Yeah.
The thing about dropships is it's not buying the dropship that's the real issue. It's maintaining the dropship after you've bought it.
Of course, exactly. The goal of this is more of like having like a, right? He's got all these like, goods and services that he does out there. He wants to get start building his own transport empire.
Oh my God.
Doesn't have to necessarily be like a
you're like every other guy who's like, yep, I'm going to save up and I'm going to buy a cargo ship.
Yep. That's the dream.
You're every 90s anime sci-fi protagonist. Yep. I got a broker. You're fucking Outlaw Star and what's the one that they just made into a live action Netflix series?
Oh, Cowboy Bebop.
You're
hell yeah, man.
Small time self-employed ship owner making his way, selling a little cargo, doing his skills. Is it the dream?
For some folks.
I don't know that I'd want to live in either of those universes. They're both shitholes.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, if you've got space to fly through, don't you want to do it?
I love the idea that you turn it into a mobile movie studio and you film on location for real.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it. That's the one right there. That is exactly
you just
what
get
it
something
is.
that you get like a Union dropship and then like you open the cargo bay door, the camera just rolls out, Floodlights
Dude.
across the Union.
Absolutely. Holographic projectors roll out. We're going to get this.
Now, look, I got to tell you, the public, they can tell what's real and what's... Yeah, it's like green screen, right? Like, after a while, people are like, oh, they're just using the hologram. It's like in 2017 when they were like, you know what's going to come back? 3D glasses in movies. That's going to be big. And they were like that for 6 weeks. And then it was gone instantly. They were like, well, no one gives a shit about 3D.
Yeah. No, very fair.
IMAX.
Very fair. That's why you got to use it subtly. You got to maintain those practical effects wherever possible.
No. I'll tell you who made 3D big. Avatar. All right. Dude. James Cameron killed it with that movie. You couldn't tell me 2 things about the plot of that movie.
Nothing.
But it looked fucking great in IMAX 3D. Like, it just looked good. Even though it was just Dances with Wolves with aliens.
Yeah, I mean, Ferngully. It was Ferngully.
I mean, all right. Did he become a forest spirit at the end of Ferngully?
I mean, I don't remember if he specifically became one, but he did shrink down to join their world, right?
Like, I remember Batty, who was Robin Williams, did excellent. And I remember that the sentient, evil bulldozer was one of my favorite villains as a kid. You know, it was like, oh, look at me. I got smoke coming out of me. Oh, I'm bad. Yeah. I don't think it ever said anything. It was just implied that it was like spiritually evil. Like it had an evil consciousness.
Didn't it have like a song, like a whole like Disney villain song?
I swear I don't remember it. Listen, I haven't seen Ferngully in 25, 30 years.
Very fair.
I know more about Batty than I know about any other character in that movie. My name is Batty.
Batty.
That's the whole song that I know. He killed it in every single fucking movie he's ever been in. Even Jacob the Liar.
See, I never saw that one.
It was not great. The whole movie's about a dude who I think it's a Poland, and they don't have a working radio anymore, so he makes up pretend news broadcasts that the Russians aren't going to invade them tomorrow. And then the Russians invade them, and everyone's like, Jacob, what a liar you are. This is the whole movie. Jeez. I'm really shortening the drama of that movie.
That's fair. It's not one I will be exploring, I think, with all of my free time.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what the winner of the 3062 Grand Tournament could do is buy a dropship. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be like oh man, I should get everybody's dream, right? It's like a Tekken tournament.
Yeah.
Or like Mortal Kombat. Whoever wins, they get their one dream thing that they were always hoping for.
You just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to go to Disneyland. I'm going to retire having defeated my father's murderer and become a street cop again, I guess.
Oh, that's the other thing. There's something I can think of.
Yeah,
he's Hillbilly will approach Whiskey and Pixie, and seek to make a TV show based off of their real lives, right? Because they're both former like law enforcement partners or something, right? Like,
so Whiskey, has on the glasses, right? And Whiskey's just like, look, there's a lot of things we did in the past that we can't tell. Oh my God, my glasses aren't even remotely fucking on right. I don't know how to wear glasses anymore, guys.
It still worked.
Look, there's a lot that we can't talk about in our past lives. A lot of cases I didn't solve. A lot of criminals who got off. Pixie shoulder checks into him, and now they're sitting back to back, arms folded, looking at you. Pixie takes her glasses off and glares at you and says, but yeah, we know a thing or two about entertainment. As long as what you're looking for is entertaining scumbags by putting their faces to the curb. Then we put their butts in jail.
He's taking notes. He's like, yes, that is great. That is, oh my God, this is perfect. He's like, oh, wait, hold still. Holds up his tablet, like whatever it is, takes a photo.
This is, like, they don't move at all. They're already in a good buddy cop stance. It's the only way they know how to stand. Their whole life,
who they are.
Every pose that they make, when they're across from each other at a pool table, it's somehow still picture perfect, no matter what they're doing.
Oh, see, and this is exactly it. He sensed it. He could see it. I'm gonna make you 2 stars.
I want to roll for this. I want the roll right now. We're not going to tell people, and we'll reveal it at the end of at the end of the Solaris seasonal mission. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. What do you mean?
Edge that.
That's but do you want to? That's as average as you can get. Oh
You're
no!
Right.
Oh, you ruined it. You were literally at the minimum you needed to succeed. You wanted more and you got less.
That's
right.
That's how it is, right?
I feel like what it is, though, I'll just go ahead and reveal it, is that there's no market for this show, right? They can't play it in the Capellan Confederation because it would be offensively authoritarian.
Okay.
And they don't play it in the Draconis Combine because they have an alliance with the Capellan Confederation. And they don't play it in the Free Worlds League because they also have an alliance with it. And so your only markets are the Federated Sons and the Lyran Commonwealth, or sorry, the Lyran Alliance, both of whom have a different police procedure that doesn't involve beating the shit out of people so much.
So what you're saying is it's a clan show.
My God, imagine making a show that's only popular with the Jade Falcons.
Right? Yep.
That's your entire market. Is the Jade Falcons are like, wow,
I have done
this is the best entertainment I've watched in years. Say la. The Smoke Jaguars are taking notes. So this is how we get the civilian populace to do what we want. Excellent.
Oh,
you did it. Wrong. You did it. You developed a show that the only person you can license it to is Vimy.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
Well, you reach for the stars. You know, you really try to get the best you can.
You know, you can't always, and not everything's a winner.
Even if the number that comes up is not high.
It was worth it.
Ludeman, thank you for taking a break from your busy fatherhood to join me for this.
It's been fun, both that and this. So thanks, man. I always appreciate it.
In like a month and a half, so we can wrap up this season, and then we'll work on a tournament arc.
Dun, dun, dun.
The promise of the tournament arc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How much damage did you take? Not a lot, right? You're taking any
basically
damage?
None. No, I didn't get hit at all.
All right, then you don't need to repair anything. I'm just all right, guys. Take your time. Wave goodbye to Ludeman there. You know. Have a good time, Zone.